Howdy, good morning everyone. Eric here from the Nomadic Fanatic channel. Thanks for joining me on the vlog this morning. Just trying to get some prices here because if you guys caught my Tater Talks episode, my first one last Tuesday, we were talking about getting some water. It's very important if you're living off grid that you have your own water capacity. These are septic tanks here, but over here, we have some black freshwater holding tanks here at Home Depot, available in stock right now. How much? Thanks for joining me again, guys. I will be uploading this video tonight with some Connecten internet. Check out the link in the video description below for unlimited high-speed internet. Yes, they have them in stock. They have some prices listed. First of all, the one that I had at Taterland was a 550-gallon green one. We're gonna go check their prices actually also at the same place where I bought it to see if they've gone up. But their 550s, actually it's a 530 here at Home Depot, right there. $1,599. $1,600 for just 550 gallons of water storage. Also, you'll note that these water tanks, they're not ribbed. So I don't think these are as good a quality as the one I had at Taterland. Here's a 2,500 gallon for $23.99. And they have the 275 gallon totes. That price down there is not right. Online, it says that they are selling these totes for $699 a piece. $700 a piece. What if I told you that I know a place in town that sells these used food grade for, I said $100 on my Tater Talks. They're now $88 off Stanford Road. So there's your little price hint there. Ouch. Expensive. Let's go over to the place where I got my first tote, my big green one. Yeah, so this is where I got my green tank, my water tank. I paid too much for it. It was $1,300 for a 550 gallon tank. But the convenience factor was I could fit it into my trailer and take it out of here myself rather than paying someone to transport a bigger tank. So this is continuous rain gutter systems, show low garage doors, and water tanks. A little bit of everything here. Very friendly staff inside. I got a price sheet here. So this is an 870 gallon tank. See how it's ribbed? It's much, much better. And these don't freeze in the winter here. You don't have to put any chemicals in them or anything like that. So it's nice that they don't freeze. This one for 870 is $1,300. Same price I paid for a 550. Now you can get an 870. 1,100 gallons. This is what I'm going for, guys. This is what I want at the property. 1,100 gallons. That way, once the water gets low, you can still call out that truck that will deliver 1,000 gallons for $75 cash. $85 if you use a card. This one is only $1,290. That's actually a really good price there. Moving on, this beige one, and these are all, no algae can be in them because they're not white clear. This is a, what did I say it was? A 1,550 gallon, $1,849. But none of these will fit in my cargo trailer or the back of my pickup truck. So I do want to get one of these later, but these are more like a permanent thing. I mean, I kept mine at Taterland and included it with the sale of my property. These, I don't want to be moving around too much. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to go down Stanford Road, down to the solar guy. Remember when I got my 250 watt solar panels for $25 a piece? He's got all sorts of stuff out there, including, like I said, he's got these, the 275 gallon food grade used for $88 a piece. With the tailgate down, I'll be able to do 2 at a time, strap them in off the back, and then come back and grab 2 more. So let me use a calculator because you guys know I'm notoriously bad with math. 88 times 4 comes out to $352. So I got cash ready. $352 for 1,100 gallons of storage. That's one one-sixth the cost of the 1,100 gallon tank over there. So let me go pick these up and we'll head over to Tater Acres. All right, let me go pick up 2 more. It is 52 degrees out here. I had to shed a layer. I was sweating getting all 4 of these water totes off. 352 bucks. Well, got everything set up. Got my tripod to talk to you guys. Got my bleach, power station for the pump. I even remembered last night to de-thaw the water pump. So I brought it inside the bus and the hoses and thawed that out. But I'm not gonna get any farther than this because I don't have any water to rinse out the tanks. Both tanks are solid freaking ice, guys. Solid ice. I have been drilling it like crazy trying to get down, and all I did was create a bunch of holes and still a solid block of ice I can't get a hose in. Solid ice. And this was the premise of my whole video. There's nothing I can do except wait 4 more months for everything to thaw out. Not too much I can really do out here in the winter, I guess. It looks sunny and hot, doesn't it? It does. It does. We're still getting down into the teens every night, and I wonder if these are going to freeze too. Yeah, if you wanted to use these year-round, like in the winter, you might have to put heat tape around the bottom to keep those from freezing. My plan was to paint them after... Actually, why don't we paint them first? Yeah. Actually, I can't rinse them out until the spring because we can't have running water, but I can paint them, and then I can store them here, and then March or April, if those blue jugs ever thaw... Okay, let's do that. Let's paint them. To paint them, I'm gonna paint them so that they hopefully don't get mildew in there. We're never gonna use these for drinking water though. But still, I don't want mildew in there if we're gonna put it in the bus and then shower with it, and rinse and do dishes with it and stuff like that. So, in fact, let me just show you here. So these have already been rinsed out. They are food grade, non-toxic stuff was in them. It doesn't actually look that bad, but yeah, I was going to completely bleach them out, and now I'm not going to do that. So instead, I'm going to go get, ooh, that's a weird bit. That looks like a Torx 25 or 30. I'll see if I have that Torx. If I don't have that Torx, we're not going to be able to take these plastics out of there either. Let me go check. At least I'm here where my tools are at. It's like every time I need a tool and I'm up in the bus at Kevin's property, I'm like, oh, man. I don't have a Torx bit. I have a bunch of Allen wrenches. I was in such a good mood when I woke up today. The coffee was great. Sunshine felt amazing. I had everything carefully planned out in my mind how today was going to go. And okay. Okay. It just never ends with the mud and the clay. Oh my gosh. Oh. I'm tired, guys. I am tired already. Nobody ever said living off-grid was going to be easy. But it is really, really hard sometimes. It is. It's not always a fun life to live. And, you know, I mean, I had a pretty sweet setup after 2.5 years at Taterland. It's still, the whole thing still bugs me today. I think everything that frustrates me here, starting over, doing exactly what I've already done, it just brings it back. And it's like, yeah, Eric, you had it good once. But, yeah, okay, I don't know. Maybe I can't do anything this winter. I think what I'll do today, I've had the compartment open all day, letting sunshine in where my gray and black tanks are. I think I'll do a dump run, head over to Elkhorn for a $5 dump. I got my macerator here on the ground. That's how we thaw things here in the White Mountains. We put it out in the sun in the daytime and then wait till 3 or 4 p.m. I'll also mention, I don't have any problems with frozen pipes or frozen water pumps, water heater, anything like that in the bus because, well, this is not a RV manufactured from a dealer. I built this bus. I planned things out. So inside, if you guys remember, my water tank is inside. My water pump is inside. As a matter of fact, some of you guys messed with me on this one, but all of my PEX lines are outside of the wall, which means whatever temperature it is in my bus, that's going to be the temperature of every PEX line, every connection, every elbow, every T, water pump, every piece of water components in this bus. It doesn't matter if it's -20 out here. My water lines will always work because they're going to be the same temperature as whatever I set this bus. Now, if I go on a trip, I'm not going to set it to 68 degrees. I'm going to bring it down like to 45. It's going to be something above freezing so that I don't have any issues. But yeah, letting the sun bake in there today at 50 degrees, 52 degrees, I think it was today. It'll be ready to dump the tanks. No problem right there. And that's why, you know, I'm not afraid of wintering out here because the NautiBus can handle the cold. Nothing is going to stop working inside the bus. It's just some of the terrain out here. And I've been talking with Diana. She wants to come up here and check it out in person. I've been telling her and warning her about the mud and things like as the snow is melting, how that continues to put moisture on the mud where there is not rock, and the importance of rock and the cost of rock and having a tractor guy. Luckily, I know a few people around here, so it's just that property that I have, that 5 acres off grid, it has such a long stretch of non-maintained roads and then a 475-foot driveway. It's like, it is what it is. That we'll see. I could always have Jerry and Alyssa come out and move the shed closer to the road, or I could have a tractor guy put rock on all the non-maintained roads leading up. But I like Kevin's property here, right off the freaking pavement, right there, pavement. It's got some good property here. So also, I think what I'm gonna do is walk through this muddy area so I get another 4 inches of clay on the bottom of my boots. But I think I'm gonna bring the truck over to my property, get a ratchet strap, put it around the 55-gallon drum and hook it to the truck and try to plop it over. I tried tipping it, but I can pull it over and then we'll just put the bumper up to it and kind of roll it and try to get it somewhere like this with full sun. If we can get both of those tanks in the full sun, I believe that if we shoot for now, like tomorrow or the next day at 4:30 p.m., I really believe that it's going to thaw. Yeah, it'll freeze at night, but I believe we'll be able to get water out of there. I'm starting to wonder if coming out here in the winter may not have been the best idea. I mean, yeah, I was really anxious about it. I was really excited about it, and I thought there was a ton of stuff that I could do ahead of the spring to kind of catch up, you know? I mean, I got to get septic. There's a lot of little tasks that have to actually be done before you can start just fine-tuning things. It's so cold in the winter, and it's so muddy in the winter that a lot of the companies, like there's a shipping container company that will ship you a 40-foot shipping container for $3,500 in town. They are closed for the season. They are closed January, February, and March, and don't start delivering shipping containers again until April 1st. So they make enough business 9 months out of the year to be able to just say, no, we're not gonna do anything in January, February, or March. Like, oh, okay. I think those doggies see me up here or hear me. Yeah, the dogs probably hear me up on the cliff talking to myself. I talk to myself a lot up here. This is my thinking cliff. Yeah, Kevin, if you're watching this, I'm still using your cliff. Kevin's over there. I come out here often. Oh yeah, those dogs definitely see me. They don't like me up here. That's right. Think about what you barked. But, you know, I'm not saying it was a bad idea to come up here in the winter. It's just, am I going to be able to get as much done as I had hoped? Probably not. Probably not. There's still stuff I want to tinker with. I've got lots of bus projects too. We still gotta paint the cabinets. I gotta finish the ceiling up over the cab area. Yeah, I got bus projects I could do if the weather's not going to cooperate and it's going to be too cold. So I'm not worried about it. Just taking it day by day. Thanks for joining me, guys. Hope you have a wonderful Saturday. Thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow I'm going to film the second episode of Tuesday Tater Talks. I got a guest speaker coming in. Don't miss it on Tuesday, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you on Tuesday morning. Bye, guys.